yo, this your boy D, and I'm coming at you with some more of these rants. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that like, make sure you follow, that way you're here every time I post a rant. Well, hey, yo, man, we got through watching the inauguration of our new dictator, the 47th President Dictator Donald Trump. So now that he's finally in office and Joe Biden's on his way to wherever flight to his house that he's going to, a lot of folks want to believe that the Biden administration ruined America, but I'm going to tell you right now, your United States government is not only lying to you, but they're lying to all of us, and the proof is all in the pudding. Definitely now, if people have done their research on about the TikTok ban, you're going to find out, actually, if you really have done your research, that China has no information that they can get it from off of TikTok. And United States government, like I continue to say, is lying to you. Now, let's factor in a few things. Number one, TikTok is banned in China, actually. And if the Chinese people can download TikTok, it is definitely not the same version that we get here in the United States. So, and a lot of the Chinese do not even use TikTok. They actually use Red Note. And now that this whole ban has been going crazy, and y'all were worried, and the United States government was worried about the Chinese getting our information, what the fuck did we decide to go do when you banned TikTok? We went right to the Chinese. We went right over to Red Note. And it come to find out, the Chinese people don't live like the United States government seems to portray us. Or portray to us how the Chinese people are. So, that's another thing. Also, more to come about the Chinese folks. They're welcoming all the TikTok refugees with open arms. And wondering, should they even go back to TikTok after the fact? I'm almost considering not even going back to TikTok. And even the fact that the TikTok ban still may be in effect. And if you have accidentally or even offloaded or deleted TikTok off of your phone, you no longer have access to TikTok, because you will not be able to download it into the App Store. So if you happen to have done that, like myself, unfortunately, I offloaded TikTok trying to make a move on something else, and unfortunately, I don't have TikTok as of this moment. So just to let you know, if that ever happens, or if you've done that, just let you know you're not going to have TikTok until they allow it back into the App Store. And hopefully our dictator, Donald Trump, may be able to save that, along with every other things. But outside of that, there are still a lot to talk about as far as what he has said in his inauguration, what his plans are, what he wants to do. Of course, he's been saying this for months on end. Whether we agreed with it or not is irrelevant at this point, because now he's in office and he's planning on acting, or doing everything he says he's going to do. There's parts of it that I believe. There's parts of it I don't believe. There's some I agree with. There's some that makes sense, and there's some that makes absolutely no sense. So we can go through the pros and cons a little bit and ask questions in between, which I'll be asking all y'all. Please feel free to drop those in the comments if you like. Thoughts, reactions, anything like that. Please drop those in the comments, man. I want to let it be known that I'll holler back at y'all and let you know. I want to know your thoughts, man, and maybe I'll react to some of your comments. So definitely, when he got into office today, he definitely talked about mass deportation beforehand, and right now, I feel like he's probably signed that executive order at this moment, along with a few other things. What does mass deportation look like? Especially now that there's taking away birthright citizenship. So if you were a child of somebody who's undocumented, you possibly be deported as well. So there's a lot to talk about that, and what does that really look like? And it's kind of scary for some, man, especially for families that have been here for a long time and have been law-abiding citizens for the most part. So that's kind of a crazy, wild thing to see what just to see what that even looks like. I already know he's also making an emergency to close the southern border, as he said. So he should be probably signing that order right now. And the whole reason why he's even back in office is because of that fake assassination attempt. Yeah, I'm going to call it fake because if you get shot in the ear, you should have a chunk missing or some type of scar. Just like if Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, she should be missing fucking toes. That's just my opinion. But we going to move on from there. But, so, with that being said, like I said, the people voted, so we're going to see what's going to happen. Now, another thing that he also brought up, which almost kind of made sense to me, of course, that we're labeling the cartels and foreign gangs as terrorists, and he's looking to take them all out, strength, power, and the law, whether it's federal, state, city, whatever it may be. And like I said, common sense policing, so I don't know, like I said, this brings in a lot of questions, especially if you are of minority nationality at this point. So that whether you're black, Hispanic, or from another country, but you have no gang ties, but could be mistaken as that or as such by any police officer. And now that there's going to be these new laws of stopping and frisking and things of that nature, it's going to be a really scary world out there for if you're a minority. So, gotta watch your P's and Q's out there, especially if you ain't even doing it, because you could be involved in something at a moment's notice and you wouldn't even have the knowledge of it before it's too late. And people are going to play victim and lie and do whatever they need to do to get out of some bullshit, including snitching. So, let's keep that 100. And now, also, then he also mentioned about trying to rebuild and restructure, which is all fine and good, especially. But then he brought up the fires in LA, which our thoughts and prayers are out to all the people who are victims of that fire. But he did mention a lot of the wealthier people that are in that area, and maybe there might be the case. But when you bring up celebrities that are there, I'm going to tell you, the common sense American is going to tell you that they don't give two shits about the Palisades burning down. Why? Because none of these people that lived in that area are either celebrities, probably already have a second home already, or have already bought out all the nice rental property inside of the LA or inside the San Diego, Southern California area. So a lot of people are going to not really give two rats' asses about the Palisades fire in that sense, because a lot of those people can afford homes, because you mentioned all the wealthy people that live in that area. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers are out to all the victims of the fires, but that's been what's going to be the play from the common man, from the lower common man who ain't rich like that and don't live in them type of neighborhoods. So that's the common thing I've gotten it around here. When I've mentioned the fires to people that I've talked to, they don't really care. In a sense, unless they have family or something like that out there, I don't think most people don't really care. Because like I said, those celebrities or those people that are wealthy out there, prime time side 10 probably got a second home already and have moved into that. And they're definitely not going to be part of the homelessness crisis that is going on in our country. And there was no motion on how to reduce that or reduce the inflammation outside of an energy act. So if that's what he thinks is going to bring costs down, I don't necessarily agree with all of that. Along with the Doge thing, and he still clearly doesn't know what tariffs are, because he's going to have Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy going around here collecting tariffs. And what's a crazy ass question is, now that he also cut the whole electric vehicle thing out there, what does that do for Elon Musk's business called Tesla? Because if I'm not mistaken, Elon Musk owns Tesla, and last time I checked, Tesla was an electric car. So I wonder what that does for Elon Musk's business, and do I see Tesla probably going out of business within the next 2 to 3 years? That might just happen. So that's a crazy question in itself. But then, who the fuck gives a fuck about Elon Musk? Because as of point right now, Elon Musk done fucked up my Twitter account, and he owes me $22. So he needs to fix my motherfucking verified account. And then outside of that, man, like I said, still a lot to talk about, man. Let me know your thoughts and comments and a thing about Donald Trump. What are you guys' thoughts on his inauguration? What do you think it's going to look like for the next 4 years? And hopefully this ain't no struck match Do you also think he's going to stop the war in Ukraine? There has been a ceasefire in Gaza, as we know, but is he going to be able to stop the war? Because right now, everybody's looking at him and painting him as some type of hero for saving TikTok, which I don't feel was the most important thing that we have going on. Obviously, he's trying to take care of the border first by immediately closing the border. So there's things that I agree with, and there's things that I don't agree with. And he also wanted to mention something about recognizing only two genders, which are male and female. So I fully 100% expect to see the LGBTQ community out in full force protesting immediately. So seeing as they are not going to be recognized now, in a sense, I do feel bad for y'all. And for the extremists out there that are wilding out and trying to force this stuff down people's throats, that's not okay either. But at the end of the day, what does all this look like? What do the next 4 years look like for you individually and prospectively around the world? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, this is your boy D, and I'm out. Peace.